Okay, so we're ready to work on our invisible cat stitch, and this happens actually the same exact way the cat stitch happens, except we're not going to be working on the outside here. So on the cat stitch, we were catching just the edge of this folded side of the hem and then matching that here to the garment where we were catching it. So what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be catching just slightly on the other side of that rolled part, and then we're going to be matching that with the garment. So it will actually be hidden. We really won't be seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and mark here again, 1/2 inches. It will actually, I'm just going to mark on the garment side. I'm going to actually mark here, I'm going to actually catch here just to get started. And I'm going to do 1/2 inches again, but I'm just going to mark on the garment. Okay, but I'm going to catch, let's see, we'll catch garment, hem, no, not there, garment, hem, and then garment, and then hem, right? So I'm going to just get the beginning secured just like we did before, except it's not going to be on the outside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just come here to the inside, just grab a little bit of the inside just past that folded area. Of the hem part, and then I'm going to grab a corresponding area of the fabric. Now, this is just the beginning of this particular exercise, so it's okay if you see that edge. Let me clip this off. But of course, if you're working with a real garment, you can start with a seam allowance. So instead of coming here to the top part of this, I'm starting with the garment. So I'm going to actually grab the garment, but I need to go underneath this hem, and I'm working away from myself. So I'm going to grab just a yarn there. Right, and so that's hidden, but now I need to grab the hem. So I'm just going to fold a little bit of this up, and I'm going to grab just a little bit of that hem on the opposite side of that fold. Not that much, just a little. There we go, one yarn. Right, and if I fold that, you can't see it. So I'm going to continue just folding over a little bit to grab the garment. And again, I'm continuing to work away from myself. My needle is pointing away from myself. And then I'm going to come in here, grab a little of this hem edge. Away, and then I'm pulling the thread toward myself. And then underneath, I'm going to grab a little bit of that garment. And then again with the hem. So what's nice about this is that if you have an unlined garment, but you still want to have a nice looking hem, this is a way to conceal all of those stitches as you're working your way along the hem, right? And people won't know that there's actually even stitches in there. Try to keep your stitches as consistent as possible. This was the garment, this was the hem, so I grabbed the garment. Now I'm going to grab the hem. This will take definitely some practice. Especially getting your amounts really even. Okay, you can see those stitches under there. And I'm just going to finish this up here. You want to make sure that where you're catching the stitches on the hem, that your stitches are the garment part that you're grabbing is actually even to where that stitch is. Whoops, I need to come away. I almost grabbed the wrong amount. Try not to get ahead of yourself. It needs to be in alignment with where you're grabbing the hem. Okay, we're just about done. Have just maybe a couple more stitches here. And then the garment. This will be the last stitch, and then I'll finish it all. I will grab the hem at the same spot, and then we can tie a knot. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all that thread through there, and then grab my loop, right? And I might do one more. It looks like I didn't catch that correctly. So tie that knot, clip that thread off. Now when you press this, you won't even see any of those stitches on the hem side. And let's have a look at the face side. Do you see where my stitches are? You can kind of see through the fabric, right? But you can't see the stitches because I just only grabbed the one yarn in the fabric. But once this is pressed, then you will still have movement on your hem, but you won't see any of the stitches because they're on the underside. And that is your invisible cat stitch.